still my town. My town.
Welcome back to Connecting Clarkston. This is season 4, episode 10. Today we're sitting down with Tanya Carson, and she is the owner and publisher of Clarkston Living Magazine, which I'm sure you all have seen and love and anticipate every month getting. So we're going to talk all about that and all things Clarkston. Tanya's involved in lots of things in and around town. I'm sure everyone knows that, and we're going to talk all about that stuff.
Okay.
And such a great community member. So welcome and thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
This has been a long time in the works.
This has
I think
been.
we first met with you at Honcho like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and
sitting
talked about
outside.
having you come on with us. So
That's so true.
I'm glad it finally worked out.
It did finally work out, and if you remember on that little meeting that we had, there was something memorable that happened during that meeting. Do you remember?
No.
I don't either.
Wasn't there a margarita that was spilled?
Oh gosh, yes. Yes, there was. There was a whole, wasn't there the whole tray, or was that a completely different
It
story?
didn't happen
Did it?
to us, but it had happened when
me.
you were at, you had
Food truck
told us
rally.
the story.
It was that food truck rally.
That's what it was.
I had an entire tray
Yes.
of margaritas spilled on me, and then I had to go volunteer at food
Yes,
truck
yes,
rally, and I smelled like tequila.
That's
Correct.
what it was. Okay,
Yes.
I morphed that story into like we were drinking margaritas and they spilled on us.
That's okay too.
That's so funny.
We'll just take that story and use it if we need it. That's right, because you were like, I smell like margaritas.
Yeah.
Yes,
It was
that's
crazy.
what it was.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So at that time you were going to volunteer, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay. We
Yeah.
want to start with all the things that you volunteer with in our community, because I know it's a lot.
It's a couple things.
Yeah.
Well, I do a lot with the chamber. So I started as an ambassador for the Clarkston Chamber years ago, and I've just kind of worked my way up through all of the other committees that I can possibly be on. So I'm on the board of directors, executive, governance. I will also be president next year for 2026 of the chamber.
When does that start for you? Will that be January? Okay.
So it starts January, and I do a lot with Clarkston Optimist. I co-chaired the Flags for Kids program this year, actually the past 2 years, and it's a great program. I mean, we raise a lot of money. I think it was like $30-some thousand just in the Flags program this past year.
Wow.
So that's a great program, and we just had them all out for Veterans Day, so there might still be some out there on the streets and in people's yards.
Yeah.
But it's a great program, and everything that we do is for kids. That's what the Optimists do. We do a lot of grants and scholarships, and everything goes back to the Clarkston community for the kids.
We had another guest on, Jana Lee from Stroll Oakhurst, and she has a goal. Can we say the goal?
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun goal. So, for America 250, she wants to get at least 250 homes in Oakhurst to have the flag.
She has the biggest route.
Yeah.
She does, and
So-
it's a lot of work that she does in
Yeah.
there.
So do you guys handle most of downtown Clarkston?
So that's Tom Lowry's route
Okay.
usually, and I've helped him with that for a long time, me and Karen Joliet.
Okay.
But because I'm getting so busy, I don't have time to help him with his route anymore. I just do our sub with one of my neighbors. So we need more volunteers. So if you guys ever want to help volunteer and do flags,
Yeah.
you can always use volunteers.
Well, I
6 times a year, that's
told
it.
this story recently about how, so it was you, I contacted you like 2 years ago when Ann was on Holcomb to get
a
the
flag.
flag put out there, and you guys came and put it in. But I was like, oh, I want it to be over a little bit for a picture. And so I moved it and could like hardly get that stake in the ground. That's hard work to get those in
Those
there.
rebar,
I don't
it's-
know that I was made for that kind of volunteering.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
It is a bummer putting those in, but if you don't put them in good, then they fall over. You know,
Yes.
especially if the ground is wet or sprinklers are on it, or if it rains, then they kind of.
Or Veterans Day, it's almost like the ground could be frozen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to
Yeah.
be a pain in the
And also with all the leaves, sometimes it's hard to find. Sometimes we'll do sleeves where it's like a tube into the ground and you can just stick it in there. And those are hard to find when all the leaves start falling. So
An auger, would an auger help?
I feel like you could.
Tom uses a drill sometimes
Yeah.
to
Oh,
drill the
okay.
hole.
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like Ann and I could do that.
We could do that. Tom's cheating, P.S. I'll tell him. That sounds like he's cheating. but
You can
whatever.
tell him. I mean, that's totally fine with me.
Speaking of volunteering, though, I think that you volunteer so much. You're so generous with your time. So I think last year for the chamber, they have their vote every year of what you can vote for people for, and I definitely voted for you for Volunteer of the Year.
I think I've won everything.
You've won it.
I think I've won
Yes.
everything I possibly can. I've
Oh
won
my
Volunteer and
gosh.
Small Business of the Year, Women in Business,
So involved.
Business Person of the Year,
Yes.
Chamber Choice Award. I think I won it. I don't know
You've
what
won
else
them
I
all.
can do, so I just do what I do.
Yeah.
Oh my
I don't want
gosh.
anything in return. I just do what I love.
You're so committed to the community. Are you from Clarkston? Tell us your connection.
Not technically. I grew up in Waterford, but I've been in a 10-mile radius pretty much my entire life. I graduated from Kettering, and I've lived in Clarkston ever since. My son went to Clarkston High School, and he graduated from there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been here pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You said we need more volunteers for the flag program, but I'm sure you need other volunteers. Like, what's your pitch for people? What do you get back from it? Because you do so much. Like, I know you're getting stuff in return. Like, what's the pitch to say, hey, this is why you should give your time?
It makes you feel good. I mean, even like Taste of Clarkston. I mean, I'm there at 6 o'clock in the morning, setting up and doing all that, and usually I don't leave until 4 or 5 o'clock. It's a long day, but I don't know. It just makes you happy. You just get to, the camaraderie with other people that you might not see on a regular basis, and you might meet new people, and it's just nice just to get out and do more things in the community. And
I think one of the things we've been trying to do with the app is share like volunteer opportunities. It is hard to get people to volunteer.
It is.
But it makes our community so much better. It makes everything function, basically. I don't think the chamber would be nearly as successful as it is if it didn't have so many dedicated volunteers. The same with the Optimist Club. So I think part of what makes our community such a nice place is people that are willing to give their time. So, and like Ann was saying, I do think you get a lot back from being involved and the more connections and
I mean, I love doing it. I mean, I don't seek out anything. It's just something that is nice and fun. And
because you're involved in our community and also Lake Orion, is that you have a magazine in Lake Orion as well?
I do. So I don't do as much in Lake Orion, I'll be honest. I do more here, but I mean, I can only do so many things.
Right.
And plus I teach spin classes, so I'm going to get you guys there one of these days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We will.
we'll go right
With
from here,
Tom,
and we're going to go do a spin class.
That's right. We're leaving. We're gonna get the margarita on the way.
There we go.
And just do it. And talk about being the president of the chamber coming up.
I don't know what that's going to entail. I mean, I do, but I don't. So Amy LaBossonera is president this year, and she's done a great job. So I get to follow, a good leader. So we've got such a great staff now, at the chamber, and those girls are really knocking it out of the park. I don't know that they need a lot from me, really. I mean, the board is solid, and we give them direction, but they don't really need a lot of stuff. We're going to probably do some different things this year with events, and we don't have to do the same thing every single year the same.
I do think with Emily and Haley, right?
Yep.
Coming in, I think they've done some nice things with the chamber. I know with the food truck rally being moved to Pine Knob.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Yes, that was
amazing.
a great idea. And I think even with Taste of Clarkston, I think this year was it kind of like smaller portions, smaller prices per
It's
restaurant.
Taste of
Yes, and I
Clarkston.
think
It's the
so
way it
many
should be.
people were happy to see that change, just because it had gotten so kind of inflated, where every restaurant was this very large portion.
And then you just eat at one thing, and then
Correct.
you're full, and you don't taste.
Yeah, so I do
everything
think
else.
that like new people rolling in and kind of bringing some change has been a good thing. So yeah.
And so for new businesses that maybe aren't in the chamber yet, what are the things that they can look forward to when they become members? And
Well, I mean, we want people to get everything that they possibly can out of their membership, for sure. So we do B2B, which is business to business, and then we do B2C, which is business to community. So you can come and learn more about some of the nonprofits, some of the other businesses, meet new people. You can volunteer, but we're going to be doing like an educational series for members this coming year. We're going to be doing more business to business. We're going to be doing more things in general, and just mixing up some of the things that we've done in the past, and getting rid of some things that haven't worked very well, and trying to find what the members want. I mean, really, that's kind of the goal too. Like, what do they want to see? And so we want to hear from the members to see what they're not getting out of their membership that they think that they should. So we want to know those things so we can adapt.
And I know, involved in are there ever combined events with the two chambers?
Sometimes, not very often. We do probably more with the Waterford Chamber than probably anybody else. Sometimes we'll do Orion, or we'll mix it up a little bit, but we mostly do things on our own for the most part. So.
Yes. Let's talk about Clarkston Living.
Okay.
How long have you been doing this? How'd you get involved in this awesome magazine?
I started it the end of 2019. My very, very first magazine came out March of 2020.
Oh.
And then the world shut down.
Yeah.
So I really didn't know what I was going to do after that. I just kept working, and I kept calling people, and I would Zoom calls, and I signed contracts and never met people, which was really odd, but I mean, I kept working, and it was such a weird time because even business owners, they didn't know what was going to happen, and they didn't want to be like, I can still work, I can still do things, and even though I'm not supposed to or whatever, they still wanted people to know that they were out there. So it was a really good time actually for me, and I just kept building it, and I was automotive for 20 years before doing this. So
What were you doing in automotive?
all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
I did a lot of like accounting. We did some marketing things. So I've worked a lot of different roles.
Okay.
But I just got to the point where I was just kind of tired of doing that and thought maybe I could do something else that I liked.
Yeah.
And I fell into this.
Was this in existence before you took it on? So you
But
started
neither one
it.
of them were.
Oh.
So I did both of those from scratch.
How did you learn about it? Or was this a franchise? Or-
It is a franchise. It's funny. I put my resume on Glassdoor, and they called me, and I'm like, I've never done anything like this before. I've never done sales, and I'm like, I'll try it. Nothing worse. I can find something else, but still here. But I've never done sales. I'm not salesy. I just talk to people, and I think sometimes that might hurt me, but I think for the most part it helps me. Just because I'm just me.
Right. And it's always fun to see who's on the cover and also inside. But how do you decide? Like, how does this work?
It's funny. I meet a lot of different people, and I love a great story, so that's also nice. But I also have people that will nominate a family and say, hey, they've got a really cool this or that, or I want to nominate them to be on the cover. And some people are like, no way, that is not my thing. And then there are other people that love it. So it's kind of a random thing, and I don't tell certain people certain dates or anything. I just kind of like put them on a list, and I'll randomly be like, hey, do you want to be on December? Or do you want to, and
So when Ann and I started this whole venture of ours, I'm trying to remember exactly how it happened, but we ended up, I think Brandon still, right? We met Brandon, and then he talked to us about the honeycomb, and then we attended the Christmas event with One Ton Trolley and fell in love with Bill Arnold. And he's come on with
I was
us
probably
a few
there
times.
that night.
You
right?
were there that night, because where's Waldo? Paul Angelini was there. I think maybe you were there with Paul.
Oh yeah.
But Bill Arnold has talked, and I think thanked you quite a bit because you put
They
One
were on
Ton
my
Trolley
cover.
on the cover, and I think he said like that really just helped them kind of gain some publicity for what they were doing. So I think that's awesome.
And it doesn't always have to be family, let's say. I mean, because again, I had a band on there. I've had a Major League Baseball player on there for Orion. I've had a single person on there with 2 dogs, which was Mike Cormier, which I loved.
Okay.
But it doesn't, you don't have to own anything or do anything special.
Yeah, it's just a good story.
Exactly. If you've got a great story. I don't know, a lot of people know Roger Bailey. He's been in the racing industry for Indy for his whole career, and so he was on my cover. But again, he's got a great story.
Yeah.
So
How many households does the magazine send to?
It does go to the majority of Clarkston. It doesn't go to everybody.
Okay.
I wish it did. Digitally it does, but it doesn't in print.
Okay.
But I'm always adding more, you
Yeah.
know, and if you don't get it and you want to, you know, learn more about it,
Well,
just
and
reach
don't you
out.
drop them off at the chamber too? Can people
do.
pick them up at the chamber?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
And if someone wanted them delivered, could they just get in touch with you and
Yeah.
say, hey, I love your magazine?
yeah, that's
Okay.
really simple.
Yeah.
You know, there's no cost to it. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it is really cool because I think there's lots of different ways. Like that's kind of what we do with Connecting Clarkston is like shine a light on different people and organizations and groups. And there's a lot of great things and great people in our town. And so it's really cool to have it, you know, have us all kind of working to prop up our community. And
Yeah.
this
Agreed.
is like a great way to do it. And people have a lot of pride being in this magazine. I
They
mean,
do.
It's a
They
big
do.
deal.
I don't know if it's a big deal,
I think
but
so.
Well, and I think, do you rotate the photographers that you work with for
I
the
do.
cover photos?
I do. Actually, if you flip through there and go
Yeah.
to the homecoming, we did the Clarkston homecoming, King and Queen, which was
cute. Oh,
pretty
yes.
amazing. So those photos turned out really great, and we did a great story on that. Keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Oops, no, keep going. Oh, here
there
we go.
it is.
Yeah.
So those turned out
that's
really
a
great.
beautiful
That
picture.
is really pretty.
And
Who took that picture?
Bethany,
Bethany.
Rice. Yeah.
And
Wow.
Does Brandon write most of your articles, or a lot?
he
of
does
them?
quite a he does quite a bit of the writing. And
Yeah.
then I have a friend who knows Herman Moore, so we had Herman come out and speak with some of the Clarkston football
Wow.
guys. So we did a photo shoot with Herman and
Oh yes.
you know,
Wow.
kind of his background, and he loves, you know, educating these kids and just talking to them and encouraging them, and he's a really good mentor.
Yeah.
I don't know the kids know who he is, but the parents do.
Yeah,
Right.
Larry loves Herman Moore.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
he's a really, really nice guy. You know, he was great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so we were talking earlier about the new feature on the app. And you want to talk a little bit about?
So we're creating, like, trying to build out this local publication section. So I know I've talked to Tanya. We're hoping to pull Clarkston Living in there in some format at some
Sure.
point. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's awesome.
And this is a monthly magazine, right?
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
And then if someone would like to advertise with you,
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So then they can reach out as well. My
yeah.
email and all my information is in the very front of the magazine. So if anybody wanted to reach out to me,
so, and you had mentioned, I'm kind of going all over the place, because but
Okay.
you had mentioned about the chamber, like maybe possibly some new events. Is there something, a little teaser, like that we could look forward to?
well, I don't really know yet. We're going to do the educational series, which we've never done before. So that's going to be new. We're going to do more Bobs and more networking type things. We might have some different events come like fall, because I don't think we're going to do pumpkins and pastures. We didn't do it
Okay.
this year. It just wasn't really popular. So
Okay.
find something else that we can do and
Yeah.
collaborate on. And
We always really like women in business.
that's a great one. That's
a
a
good
fun
one.
one. I think we're going to
That
move
is
that
fun.
up a little bit
Okay.
on the calendar, so
Okay.
it might be maybe March instead of May.
Okay.
Only because food truck rally was like the next weekend
Yes.
or the
Oh,
next week, and
geez.
it was just a lot at one
Yeah.
time.
Will that be at Pine Knob again this year, do you think?
Yes, it will be.
That was a neat change,
Yes.
I have to say. Like
Ann
lots
and
of
I entered
space.
the cornhole tournament.
We did.
How'd you guys do?
Terrible.
Nice.
So
Good.
cornholers are very competitive. We were not
Yeah.
prepared for the
Yeah.
level, the
Yeah.
skill that was going to present itself. Yeah, we are unprepared.
Some people have their own like bags, their own personalized, what are they called? Bagos,
I guess
whatever.
bags, yeah.
And I'm like, what? So we can't compete with that? Although I feel like we could maybe get our own branded
We've had
Well, you
time. We
should.
could have done something, but
Clarkston bags.
yes, I think we've just ruled that
It's
out.
all about
as-
branding, ladies. It's all
Yes,
about branding.
exactly. In
Brand
the
those
bags,
bags.
brand the bags.
Maybe
Oh,
we
that's
could also
so
get
funny.
boards. No, you guys provide the boards.
I think people just brought their own.
did they
That's why
really?
there were so many of them. People were just bringing their
Yeah.
own so that we had ample.
Enough.
awards, yeah.
Well, what's another competition we could do? Not bag of.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
you know,
Spin
we
class.
This is a
little bit of
is that
competition
a
in there.
competition?
You're
Little
gonna
bit.
bring that to
Oh,
to the tons of trucks, not tons of trucks, the truck rally, and like in the corner there's like a spin
That would be
competition,
so fun.
and then you can go. You've earned your mac and cheese.
spin till you drop.
And Tom
That's
Lowry
so
will be on there.
He
would
be
win.
He
there.
will be on there.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to keep you from Tom and his spin class. I know
Yes.
it's happening.
It's coming.
We will join you.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
said this before.
It's
but
fun.
we
It
will.
really is fun. I
Where
mean,
do
I
you
turn the
teach?
lights off. You
You
know,
turn the
it's
lights off.
so at Anytime Fitness, right by Neiman's. So I'm there Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Saturday mornings.
Okay. Okay. We've
All
committed
right, it's a
ourselves.
date. We'll do it.
Yeah.
It's actually been recorded, so now
Oh
you
my
guys are
God.
committed.
John, just delete that part. It never happened. Just kidding. We would love to.
It's fun.
We talked about it before, but we're going to this time. And
Do it.
can't wait to meet up for drinks and not spill them or not have them been
Yes.
spilled. We're just
We
going to
won't
drink
wear
them.
them. We will drink them.
We will drink them next time.
Plan.
And I'm sure we see you all the time, all out and about in all your volunteer capacity. And as a community, we appreciate all the things you do.
Are you guys going to the gala December 4th for the Clarkston Chamber?
I feel like we are not, just because there's a gazillion things going on right
I
at the
understand
beginning of
that.
December.
Yeah.
Because I think, is it the 5th or 6th? I
It's
think
the
it's
4th, I believe.
Okay.
I think it's
yeah.
a Thursday
It's a
night.
Thursday.
I feel like it
Oh,
rolls into just like,
A million
yes.
other things. I get it.
yeah.
I do.
I know that's a big event, though. Is that where they pass the torch to you? Or
Well,
as the,
yes and no. I mean, I
Yeah.
have to do a speech for incoming, but
Okay.
it doesn't go into effect until January.
okay.
So.
Well, good luck with the transition.
Well,
Yes.
thanks.
Madam President, as we'll now
Not
have
yet.
to refer to you.
Not yet, but yep, I'm sure Amy is be like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh my gosh.
Will she transition into another role, or once you're president? then-
She'll be past president.
Okay.
So yeah, she's still, part of everything, but
Okay.
she's just past president.
All right.
Well, congrats on that new role.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well,
I have a hard
thanks
time
for
saying
joining
no.
us.
Yeah, thanks
Well,
for
thanks for
visiting
having me.
us.
This was great.
Of course, anytime, once a month perhaps. We'll just pop in and talk
Sounds
about
great.
the next episode.
Anytime. I'm game.
Oh, good. All right, well, thanks,
Thank
Tanya.
you.
All right, thanks.
This podcast is brought to you by Independence Television, located inside Clarkston High School. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of Independence Television, Independence Township, or Clarkston Community Schools.